the decision has been made. So, what we have decided to do for our decoder for T669 here is we're going to go in with ESU. Yep, we're going to do it. We're going to go all in with ESU, and we're going to get the Loc programmer, which they're already on the way. Should be here in about Monday. We're going to get the programmer, and I've got two decoders coming. I've got a simple decoder for T669, which is a Loc Pilot V5 59622, which is a simple decoder, which will plug in right here, which is a 22 Plux decoder, so it's a 22 pin. All right, because I didn't want to go all in on sound for T669 right off the bat, because I've not used Loc Sound before, and I know some things about the Loc Sound programmer that we're gonna have to deal with. And one of those things is that we can't do like we have here and have the whole workbench be programming track, because the Loc Sound programmer hooks up to a track that must be 100% isolated. So I've got this one coming for this guy, and then I've got a sound decoder which looks like a Tsunami 2 replacement. That's for this guy. You remember this guy? It's been a long time since we've seen RSD15 here. We haven't seen him for a while. Many years. We did him long ago. And if you remember, way back when, that's what he looks like on the underside. And we're going to try an ESU sound decoder on this guy, and we're going to replace that motor. I don't know if you guys remember when we put these things in, but those are the rare earth magnet motors that we used to use. We'd take one of those motors, or two of them, or three of them, and stack them, and we'd pick this guy up. And this guy's pretty heavy. That magnet is that strong, it'll do that. The problem with that magnet, that motor is, it takes about 6 or 7 volts to start him turning. And the other thing we were doing at the same time was we were learning to master making U-joints. So you can see I figured out how to 3D print them. And then we did these and a whole bunch of other ones that have these yellow U-joints in them. We made a whole bunch of those. And then if you can't remember, let's go ahead and let's see if we can remember what he sounds like. It takes like 5 volts to get started. Very low top end, but ridiculous torque. This is a screwdriver motor is what it is. And we didn't use lead weights. We actually thought that that we needed to make motor cradles instead of shimming them. So we 3D printed motor cradles. And when we know now, we just shim those with lead. So if we're gonna do this guy with a Loc Sound sound decoder, I've got the Sugar Cube speakers. We will make big speaker cabinets, and this guy's gonna get remotored and rebuilt. And that way, we will test the what is it? Loc Sound V5 58021. Which is advertised as a replacement for stock sound cards that are in various locomotives. And we've seen lots of them. It looks like the same form factor as a Tsunami 2, but it's a Loc Sound. And the thing you can do with Loc Sound is you can do your own custom sounds. And I've spent an entire day figuring out how the sound program works, and I've downloaded various things. And this guy is going to get the sound set for the T669. Someone went through all the trouble to make a really cool sound set for T669, and we're going to load it up on this RSD15, and that's the sound set we're going to use. hey, if it doesn't work out, we can change it, because that's what you're supposed to be able to do with the Loc Sound stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna have to punch out the jewels here and put some fiber optics in, because if that sound decoder, it's got so many functions on it that we're gonna need lights. We don't have a beacon and all that stuff. There isn't even glass in the windows, and we never did put couplers on, although we're ready to. We do all that, and we are going to put a Rev 1 motor in here, which will be awesome. And we're going to get rid of the joints, and we're going to go with silicone hose. And as you can, we did enough work to make this guy really nice operating. I don't think it's going to sound a lot different with Rev 1 motor. What is going to happen is, right now I have it turned up to like 8 volts, and that's the way it is. With the Rev 1, 1 volt is going to do this same thing. Yeah, he can go slow at like 5 volts. That's too much voltage for that. We're not. He was great for DC, but we are going to make him DCC, and we're going to do our first test run with ESU on this guy. I've been waiting for a long time, because he turned out such a nice paint job and decals and everything. We got it. It's time to do something with him. And he's perfect for testing, because we do not want to test something and then not have it work out with this guy. This one, the T669, is way too important to try it, to just try something we've never tried before. I mean, the electronics in this are pretty amazing. So we're going to try a known good thing, so it's exactly the way it is in DCC, and then we're going to test ESU with this. We're going to have to build the track and everything just for that purpose, and that should be okay. We'll do it in front of our computer screen, and then I'll show you the software and everything, but in a few days we'll be doing that. In the meantime, I got them brass locomotives. One of them's getting painted shortly. The MLW18 getting painted shortly.